Hi y'all, today I am bringing you to my grape trellis, my muscadine grape. I'm gonna show you how I'm going to prune this. This is in early March, a little bit late for my season. I'm in zone 7B and the weather has been pretty cool. It's been up in the 60s, and in the afternoon or at night it's about in the 30s. I should have come out here a little bit earlier, but it's been so wet, and so I'm so busy with work, so I finally get a chance to come out here. Today it's supposed to be in the 70s, and this is my grapes here. I let it grow on the trellis. I like my grapes to be small, as grapes grow very fast and it's vigorous. And I put it on this tiny little trellis, thinking I'm gonna prune it down and keep it small. I don't like anything where I just like all of my trees around this. That's my Asian pear right there. It's supposed to grow bigger, but I keep everything small and compact because I'm only it's only 3 footers, cannot reach up that high. So everything needs to be short where it can reach. So first of all, let's get to it. You need a clean pruner, a lopper, whatever, whatever you can cut with. I like this handy dandy pruner that I use all the time. Sanitize it with alcohol, whatever, or I just went ahead and wash it with soap and water in a regular dishwasher. So let me turn around. I'm not the grape. You probably don't want me all the time, so let me turn this camera around. It's been, oh my god, so wet. Okay, so first of all, this grape is 2 years. It's been gone through 2 years of growth already, and Miss Rabbit already took some snipping off right there, which I don't need it anyway, because last year the plant was only 2 feet tall, and I want to let it has enough growth on here, and grow enough where I can have enough to choose from. So let it grow. It's went crazy right now. It's only sticks, but just imagine every single node, it'll come out leaves, and then the leaves will grow 10 foot long, like that one right there. We go all the way to my pear tree, my Asian pear, and it trying to go all the way up that way. So just imagine every single one of these is like that. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so dense, and it's not healthy for the plant either. So I had it waited long enough to, how icky I am when it comes to pruning. Waited long enough for it to have a pretty nice main trunk there. It's gonna be my main trunk, and I don't have that cordon looking, where you have a plant going up the post and then branch out to like a T on a plane like this, and all the little spurs, fruit coming out, just the top of this. It's imagine this is the arm, and all the fruit will come up here. I don't have that, so I'm gonna have to change it a little bit. I want to keep my main trunk, and then every like a small one like that is way too low. I'm gonna cut them out. That one and that one, that one's pretty long too. It's go down and go up and go all the way, follow the other guy. So I'm gonna try to prune this out pretty drastically. So the one thing that a lot of people don't want to do is to cut out all of their plant, but to me, I think it's supposed to be good. So let me prune out all of these, at least the one at the bottom here. I don't want any small one, that's way too many. So I just want to keep them over here. I don't have anything to support so I don't want that. Down here, where is that? Right here. Cut that out. Okay, so up here I want to keep at least 4 to 6 or so. I'm gonna tip it off up there. I'm not sure if I'm all over the place, but I just want to at least show you where I want to top it off. I don't want it to grow all the way to this side of the trellis, because this is where all of my vegetables for the summer are gonna be climbing up here. My tomatoes, my cucumbers, and bitter melons, whatever. I'm planning to climb on this side. So I want the grape to stop growing right there. So I'm gonna trace this main trunk and just kind of maybe stop it right there. Alright, let me pull it down. And these guys, they have so many of these little tendrils that they trying to grab onto anything, and if they grab onto one of your trunk or your branch, it will suffocate it. So sometimes just make sure you watch out for those and not let it kill your branch. And they're strong, like right here. This one is trying to suffocate the other branch because it's trying to hang on to it for support later. If it has any fruit up here, it needs to hang on to something, and whatever it can grab onto, so it grab onto like a bunch of different places, and so it has support for it roots later. I mean, it's fruits later. So be careful on those. You don't want it to be suffocating your main trunk later on. Watch out for those sometimes. Pruning a big chunk away off of your main plant is heartbroken. So this guy is way too low. It's only a foot off of the ground. So, but I want some fruit coming out from here, starting from here. I'm just gonna leave about 3 to 4 nodes, so that I'll leave it there and see what happens. You know what's great? Don't feel bad, because man, it grows like crazy. And I'm gonna leave a big chunk of space in between, because if I leave it only a few feet away, like maybe a foot or so is good. If I only leave a few inches away, then it's gonna be so bushy in the summer, and air is not flowing through, and it's just gonna create, you know, diseases and stuff. So this is probably about 8 inches apart. So hopefully this year I'll get some hopefully some flowers and new branches will develop from here, and we will just cutting them back. This one was initially I don't know, just kind of let it grow. It was so strong, but I want to take it off though, because at first I didn't know if my other muscadine will grow, and it didn't. I was so sad. But then I also was able to start it from seed, so these are pretty small. This season I hope it to grow, you know, at least to right here, or at least about half right here. And next year I will have some flower coming out of that, because they're not big enough. So I have one over there and one over here where Miss Rabbit already chomped that off. It was a little bit longer. So I'm gonna leave one right there and one right here, and only 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3 to 4 nodes. This is the 10 foot. It grew all the way over there. So I'm gonna have to cut this off, release all these. It's gonna be a lot of time spent if you don't prune your grapes. Let me go and cut off this other bigger trunk, because if I don't cut this off, imagine just last year, this is how much growth it just already coming last year. And if I have more on here, my trellis is gonna be way too busy, and I don't need all of that. It's too crowded. So I'm gonna take the smaller side out, and that's gonna be my main trunk. That's the only one main trunk, and I'm gonna leave about 8 into a foot in between. So from there to there, and from here maybe to like right there, or even right there. So yeah, let me start pruning. It's a tough one. Oh my god. I mean tough as in like tough of letting go, and it's all tough to cut. I release this, I'll pause it, and then I'll release the branch and pull it out. Okay, this is a heartbreak for many folks who do not want to cut off pretty much almost a quarter or even more of the growing season. It's way too many to cut off, but I just can't imagine this thing going nuts in the next year of growing season, because it's kind of like an exponential growing. If like you let it grow, it will grow crazily. And plus, I have one over there. I need some room for it to grow on this side, and I have another one over there that I want to save some room for this area. So that I still think I left a little bit more than I should, but the worst thing is that I can always cut off more, right? If this is something is not working out for me, hey, next year I can trim off a little bit more. So I imagine that with this being low like this, next year or this year it's gonna grow out some leaves. I mean some branches, and then it's gonna grow out the fruit coming with it. Well, it's supposed to be the flower comes with it, and then the rest will be the leaves, and then 4 of these. So maybe I can keep that into this little region area, that, and then just this a little region, keep it within these 4 square, or maybe something like that. And same for this area. I left a little bit too many there because I feel that one I want it to go, the next one I want to go that way, alternate, but this one is so thick I feel bad. Maybe I should cut that off, but I tipped that off right there. I think it's still gonna grow much more up there, but we'll see. In the next season I will probably have a little bit more control when I trim, because if I don't, man, it's gonna be way too hard to train. The reason to train, you start out with, you know, young plant. But anyways, that is it for this grape. Is only 1 stick, it's nothing left. So if you're interested in, you know, more pruning of the grapes and the progress, my journey with this muscadine, subscribe if you haven't, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you in the next video. I'm moving on to my pear tree now. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.